All right, if you can go ahead and introduce yourself and your family.
Hi, my name's Bethany Horton, and I have an 18-month-old boy, William, and a 9-year-old. My son just reminded me.
I heard
My
that.
9-year-old boy named Braden. This is our first year homeschooling. And we are so happy that we found Desiree and her homeschool group. Um, and we are just really excited to be a part of the community.
Yeah, we're so happy to have you in it as well. My dog, if you hear that noise there. Stop that, Troy. Stop it. Um, and you also have another baby on the
Oh
way.
yeah,
Yep,
I do. Yep.
pregnant
I
right
have
now.
another boy on the way.
Yep, yep. And one of the things you had shared that I'd love to kind of hear a little bit more about is you had shared in the group that you were considering, and kind of just what we were talking through before you had joined was like you were considering not homeschooling this
Huh?
year. Hi, Brayden.
So yeah, I forgot when it was. Goodness, it's been a
A
while, but
month.
yeah, I'm
Mm-hmm.
gonna say like a few months. Hey, Brayden, go play with him, please. Go play with your brother. Um,
So what led
so
you to feel like you couldn't homeschool? Like what was kind of going on?
a lot of stuff with the pregnancy. I was having migraine headaches,
Mm-hmm.
and just like a lot of health stuff going on.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I just wasn't feeling well with the pregnancy and it. Then just everything on top of that, like homeschooling was stressful because it was a struggle every day.
Mm-hmm.
With my oldest,
Yeah.
um, for sure. And
Yeah.
then we found your group. Well, I found out you were doing your homeschool co-op group, and so
Yeah.
I checked it out, and then um we joined, and it's really been a good thing for my oldest. But he said he's been having so much fun.
Oh, I'm so glad. He said that right now.
Yeah.
Oh, that's sweet, Brayden. We've been having fun with you too. Yeah, and I know you work too, and so
Yeah.
it gets busy real quick. And
Yeah.
I totally get how that can be overwhelming. That time of like, oh, do I have the time to do this? And like you said, going through like the pregnancy struggles and like, oh, can I do this? And we really started looking at like unschooling
Mhm.
and even a bit more of a hands-off approach that you could even take to
Yeah.
teaching throughout those times that you're just bedridden, And
Yeah.
how has that been working for you so far?
It's been good so far. Right now we're working on doing practice tests for the end of the year. We decided to do the CAT test this year,
Mhm.
um, for the end of the year school test, just so I didn't have to worry about, anything else.
Yeah.
And then next year we may do something different. So right now it's kind of like a little bit more relaxed. We just did a little bit of practice tests today, and um, I'm just resting when I can, when
Mhm.
the little one will go to sleep.
Yeah, yeah. And then I know we've gone deep dive with like homeschool planning with you, which has been a lot of
Yeah.
fun. And like, do you feel more equipped now to go out and homeschool and take off, and stride this next year?
I do, yeah. I feel a lot better about this next year. I feel like once I get everything situated and together that it will be good. And if something's Brayden, stop. Okay. Once we get everything situated, it will be good. And then we can always switch it up if we need to. That's a good thing about homeschooling. If something's not working for your child, you can always like switch it up, like especially for my oldest. But sometimes his like interests and stuff changes and things change as he gets older
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah, I totally agree. I love the flexibility of figuring out what works for each and every family.
Yeah.
We kind of talked about like why you wanted to join the co-op, but was there any other reasons that you wanted to join us in the Flourish co-op besides like the support for like homeschooling and the community?
Um, I would say like supporting community are the um like were like the main two ones.
Was there anything else
Um,
that kind of stuck out to you for why you wanted to join?
I would say like there's a lot of good resources
Mhm.
that are available to help you with like your homeschool and like what your teaching style is and what your kids learning style is. Like those are two of the main things that I feel like you need to really know, like which
Mhm.
I didn't really know before
That's okay.
um I started. So I feel like that helped everything like be a little bit less stressful.
Yeah,
Um
gave you that confidence that you knew exactly what you
yeah.
needed to do next. Awesome. And
Yeah.
so that kind of is like that's kind of going into it's kind of funny. We're kind of going into the questions I had for you, like before I get to them. But what do you think overall of the resources then? Like what do you think of the resources in the co-op?
I feel like they're they're really helpful. Hear me now?
Yes, now I can. Okay, cool.
Okay, maybe uh-oh. Okay,
I can hear you fine now.
okay.
Cool. So,
So
yeah, the
what was the question?
resources.
Oh, oh yeah. So the resources, I like that you can like go in there and look for anything you're needing support with, and if there's something that's not there, you can always like either message you or like put a post in the group, say,
Mhm.
hey, is there a resource for, or do you have a resource for, something maybe that's not there?
Yeah.
And that would be, helpful. Maybe other people have that question as well.
Yeah. I love seeing the different questions that come up, and it gives me different ideas also for, more resources that I can create for you on the co-op too as I add to that.
Yeah.
Like most about the Online Flourish co-op.
Um, so I like most where we can like ask questions and like get to know the other moms, because even though I go to like a co-op once a week, it's always like busy. Everybody's busy, so I don't always get to talk to the other moms a whole lot. And I have mom's night out, but I don't really get to go to that. So it's kind of like really nice when we can get together on Zoom as well.
Yeah, it meets you where you're at.
Yeah, at home.
Yeah, I get that. I get that. It's nice to have both for sure. And, that's one of the perks for sure with online. Kids can be running around and we can still, all come together on Zoom. Let's
Yeah.
see here. What do you think of the virtual classes?
I really like them because even some of the older ones, both of my even my littlest one, he kind of got into when we did the nature painting, he did his own little drawing and stuff.
That's
And then my oldest kind of did his own thing with the painting. So it's nice. They can kind of like jump in either on the older or the younger kid classes and still like learn and just get something out of it. They really like the Play-Doh class that you guys did.
That was such a blast. Yeah. Yeah, I totally agree. I try to make the classes to where, yeah, any age could really participate, but I do have a more focused in mind for like, oh, this is the teen co-op class and this is the little kids co-op class. But really you can enjoy either one just to your own interest and capabilities. So it's really cool to see kids like Braden pop in, he's 9 and he's, doing the teen co-op class just fine. And then still seeing that like the teens can do it to their capabilities to where it's even more of a challenge for them. And so that's been a lot of fun because like my heart is really for the family to be together and to experience family through homeschooling. So I really enjoyed seeing that. And I'm so happy that Braden's been able to jump in for both of them and even your little guy.
Yeah,
Um,
he finally decided he wanted to touch the Play-Doh later on in the class. He didn't even want to touch it at first because he's never like even touched Play-Doh at all.
mhm.
So he was finally like squishing it with his hands. It was so cute.
Yeah, yeah, that's the learning experience for sure. You gotta first just touch it, just see what that is. I
Yeah,
totally get that. And then as far
yeah. And we made
like,
it nice, so it was fine like if he like took a piece and like put it in his mouth. So I knew what was in it. So
yeah, definitely. I like non-toxic Play-Doh for that reason too. And what do you think about the community and mentorship so far in the co-op?
um I feel like the community is pretty close. Um all the moms, like you can ask any questions and they're like super helpful.
Mhm.
Um so yeah, I feel like it's like a pretty much like close knit community. Like I know some of the moms in there. Um I know I haven't been in there for like a couple weeks. We've had sickness and stuff, but
Mhm.
when I do go in there, I do. It's nice to like be like, oh yeah, I know her. I've seen her on Zoom, or like
Yeah,
we've talked, stuff like that. So, that's nice. And then the mentorship part is really nice. Especially you helping me with like my homeschool curriculum, and stuff like that. And then like any questions that we have, we can post in there. And it's really nice to have that mentorship and like just community.
yeah, yeah. I'm so glad that you've been able to enjoy that. And yeah, it's really fun, like including the moms in the co-op too. It does help us get to know each other, like when we're doing our mom book club, and it's like, oh, now it really connects like who you are when we hop on Zoom like this and we're able to just
Yeah,
chat. And then when we're messaging in the group, it's like, yeah, I know who that is. It definitely adds a connection piece for sure. And even, seeing like the kids interact some too, like Braden, will come on and say hi and he'll show, whatever he's created. That has been a lot of fun also. Um,
yeah, he's so cute.
my last question I have would be, what would you tell someone that's thinking about joining us in the Flourish Co-op and why they should join us?
Um, I would say if you're looking for like a close-knit community where you have a lot of support, especially if you're like a beginner homeschooler, there's a lot of resources um in the group, and also a lot of the moms and especially Desiree, they're like really knowledgeable of like homeschool stuff and like any questions that you have as far as like resources or just starting your homeschool journey. I would say that it would be a good start for you, especially if you don't even know where to start. Like me, I was just winging it. So
Yeah, yeah. Thank you so much for sharing that. And it has been a blast having y'all in the co-op, and I'm looking forward to more babies joining us in the co-op soon enough.
yeah, yeah, for sure.